Yeah.
And welcome.
And we're back.
We're back.
After the hiatus.
For real, long hiatus. You
Yeah.
know what we completely missed during that?
A lot of shit, actually.
No,
What
not like
specifically?
in the world. Specifically, our 1 year.
Oh, or what? Our 1 year anniversary?
We had to have.
Have we really been doing it for that long?
on my phone, it said it was a year ago.
What?
I swear to God.
There's
bro.
no way. When did we fucking start this channel?
Let me
Jesus
see
Christ.
if I can. Does
I'm going through-
Google Drive tell you? Oh fuck yeah, we could look it up on the tube.
Yeah, just go to our channel, and then go to. I think that's so gay how Kill Tony does like surprise guests. Like, just tell us. Yeah, join September 26, 2023.
What's your beef? Oh fuck. So never mind. We're right on top of it.
Yeah, not even. So 2 days. And that we didn't even necessarily post a video then. That was just when we joined YouTube. Go to the video.
So
go
maybe
to find
we
our
started
first
in
video.
October.
It's possible. 11 months ago. Yeah. Click that and then click the.
Here to become Iowa of governor.
And let's not listen to it because I don't want to do that. No, sorry. Go to the bottom of the video and see when it was published.
Yeah, you're in full screen.
Yeah.
Get out of that.
We don't need to rewatch the video. Doesn't it say a specific date? Oh, October 2nd. Okay.
So it would be a week before that, though,
Yeah.
that we
A
filmed.
little
it.
more. Yeah.
So what? So that'd be the
That's
26th,
about- yeah.
25th. So tomorrow,
Jesus fuck.
Blythe's birthday. That's fucking hilarious. Our 1 year of the podcast is Blythe's birthday. Fuck his birthday.
I was gonna say should have had mom, but
Yeah,
Maybe
29. Who cares?
yeah, I just turned 29, motherfucker.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Nobody cares at that point.
Hey,
What?
Buster stopped by.
28's like the cutoff. Nobody cares until you're 35.
That's true.
I guess 30.
Yeah, let's not keep watching.
Yeah,
This.
I feel like turning 29. Turning 29 is like turning 15.
Nobody cares.
That's fair.
Like there was no point. It's like, okay, well, I got my permit at 14 and I don't get my license so I'm 16. You know what I mean?
What? Just for the sake of getting together, Lolo. The sake of being a human being and connecting and having a relationship, a friendship. For that sake.
I'm not saying why care about it. I'm saying it's like that's how you feel, or at least how I felt and a lot of other people felt. It's
No,
like, it's like cool, it's my birthday, but also it's like, well, how do you feel about being 15? You're always like,
No.
well, I fucking wish I was 16.
Yeah, about the age specifically. Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It is ultimately like after adolescence, it's like a number essentially. I feel like even those landmark like 21, like when everybody turns 21, they're already drinking. So it's kind of like I guess you can go to a bar, but like shit, I didn't even go to a bar when I turned 21.
I really think we need to lower that. Maybe
Lower the age?
I don't know. I don't really care that it's 21,
You smoke too much.
but it's like, and maybe not to like legally purchase. I guess. Not like
I
you need to do that.
I agree. I mean, I think,
But it's like you know what I mean?
I think it should be dropped to 18.
I think pushing it farther up almost like gives it some more of a popularity to the point where it's like people care about it. And like, you know what I mean? It's like kids want to go out. They want to go out and throw crazy parties and drink a bunch when they're 16 and shit and not fucking focus on school because it's like they fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's like, and so it's like when, if you provide it, like, I don't know, when we'd go down to Panama City, they had like teen nightclubs.
Yeah.
I mean, now they probably get shot up these days. That's not a joke. I was serious. They probably do.
No, I think that putting legal restrictions on any substance, especially something like alcohol, I think it actually does the inverse of what it's supposed to do. I don't think you have to look past like any other country that has like 18 or lower in some cases, like 16, and you do not see the large amounts of binge drinking in those populations that you do, like in places like America, where there is this 21 age restriction, and then people.
I mean,
it's
some
gonna
places
push them to, it's like you said, it's
still drink a lot.
Well, sure. I mean,
Like
people are going to
Ireland
drink a lot
has
regardless.
lot of
at a
drinkers.
certain point.
Germany has a lot of drinkers. I just think it's like, I don't know. I think it's easier to build like, I don't know. People want to go against the grain, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, look at this way. If we did not have legal restrictions on other substances, you wouldn't see this like flooding of, alcohol related, health problems, damages, death, whatever, right? I think it's fair to say that having all these other substances illegal has a huge impact on that happening. Like, I don't think we would have the problem that we do with alcohol and really anyone in this country if we didn't have those, or if we didn't have those restrictions.
And that's not saying that we wouldn't have any problems, but
no, you can never have no problems. But I think the problems would be significantly lessened.
yeah. And all those people are like with cigarettes and shit.
Sure.
Well, they'll be like, well, it's bad for you. Well, it's bad for you. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're fucking 10 or you're 50. It's still going to be bad for you.
Exactly.
So it's like if that's the argument that this is bad for you, then why we shouldn't allow these companies to sell it in general.
And that's another great example. How, when they increase the prices of cigarettes, when they increase taxes on cigarettes, it literally does nothing but make the government more money. Yeah. That's literally the only thing. Like, the people who are smoking don't smoke more, or don't smoke less. They just continue to smoke the same amount and then spend more, and then they're even further impoverished. It's like they're getting punished for something that, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, you could say it's unhealthy to smoke, but like, should that person be punished for like choosing to put nicotine or tobacco or whatever in their body? Like, fuck no. Like, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but like, I have the occasional cigar.
Especially not when you allow them to legally sell it out of stores.
Exactly.
All the fuck over.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, if we go on a 10-minute walk and we can probably easily find 4 to 5 places that sell cigarettes.
Bro, in 10 minutes, we could find a pack of cigarettes and smoke a cigarette. We could probably do. No, not really.
Maybe not walking.
It's a joke, man. We try to do humor on the podcast. That's
my bad.
That's our shtick.
My bad. My humor.
That's the reason people watch this.
I'm getting antsy, dude. My fingers are tingling. I'm ready to go get some fucking whack some balls, dude.
Yeah.
One day, D-Lo was like, here, dude, I got to show you a video of me whacking these balls. I think I might have talked about this on here before. Fuck.
Yeah, you have.
I have. Never mind.
Yeah, you've been repeating material tonight, I've noticed.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What else did I repeat?
One story. You repeat at least one story a night, though.
Well,
that's how it goes.
I don't know what you want from me.
It's
been a long year, brother. It's been a long year.
It has been a long year.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. You haven't even mentioned anything about what happened to me over this last week.
Was I supposed to, or are you supposed to?
How does that? I don't know. How does that work? I put it on Facebook, right? Am I supposed to message you, let you know? Hey.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I got engaged. I proposed.
Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing this, but I think I was fucking sauced up doing something. Listen, dude, it's been a fucking busy time, brother. I have fucking taken 3 days off of work this month.
Yeah. You have been working a lot, but
Hell yeah, I've been on the grind making some paper.
yeah.
But how's it feel to be a bitch?
My ball and chain.
Yep.
It feels good, man. It feels good. We've already been at that point, really. I think it's just kind of like a further step to signify that. And I've been married before, as those may or may not know, but like this time it feels a lot more natural. We feel like, just with her, it feels a lot more like we're more similar people than it was with my ex-wife. Like, that whole situation was, I mean, by that point we were already divorced.
Do you need a DJ? I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up. Do you need a DJ? All right, so
I got plenty.
Since this guy wants to fucking talk about it so bad, how'd you do it?
We don't have to talk about it.
No, I'm just talking shit. It's called comedy.
That's
Coleman.
true. That's true.
This is my comedy. It's aggressiveness.
It's called autism. I'll use that as a crutch every time.
Dude, I'm in pain from that fucking bong rip. I'm in actual pain from it. Ugh.
Yeah. You need to get in my level, bro.
So you got down on one knee and everything?
Yeah. I took her to High Trestle Trail Bridge.
The fuck is that?
It's in Madrid, Iowa. It's like this. It's this big bridge. It's really up high. Go look that up, Buster, if you don't mind. High Trestle Trail, and it's all lit up and has a really cool pattern. I wanted to propose to her in like the in the middle, like the blue part, but there was a horde of black people, of course, taking up the public spaces. They do.
Fucking blacks,
You know?
dude. Every fucking
so
time.
so you know.
Was it blacks or was it Haitians? You got to watch out for them Haitians.
It was not Haitians.
They'll take your cats.
I would have called the police if I had seen Haitians.
He said I would have called. They would have been like, sir, if this is an emergency line. Wait, are we looking this up?
Buster, are you there? What's up? When I say look something up, I'm talking to you. I'm just talking shit. High Trestle Trail Bridge in Madrid.
How the fuck do you spell that?
It's right there. But yeah, that was like one of the places me and her first.
How far away is this?
It's like a 40 minute drive.
Damn, I'm tripping. I thought this was in Des Moines.
No, so the trail actually does start. It's like a 22-mile trail in total. It starts in Ankeny.
Oh shit! Let's bike ride that bitch.
There were bikers that we saw.
I was being serious. Why are you
Yeah.
laughing?
No, that would be I don't have a bike, but once I get a bike,
He's like, I don't have a bike. He's like, I'm down, man. I just gotta get a bike. We're gonna have to wait till winter's over at this point. Too.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's about to be that time. So this is what you were gonna jump off of if she said no, huh?
Yep,
Yep.
exactly.
Hey, that's the perfect place to propose is a bridge. It's like, all right, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, if you look over this edge here, you can actually see this really cool rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or push her over, whichever
Well, I was
route you
thinking
want
go
to go.
grab her and just go over together.
Yeah, there you go.
You didn't want to spend the rest of your life with me? Too fucking bad.
Yeah.
I'm not actually that crazy. For anybody watching, I'm not that. I'm pretty fucking crazy.
It is busier than usual.
But I ain't that crazy. I'm not that crazy. But I'm pretty fucking crazy.
Pretty fucking crazy.
All right? Understand me. I'll put my hands on the motherfucker. I'll put my hands on the mother. Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, well, I almost put my hands on these blacks who are on the. No, I'm kidding.
This guy, dude. Coleman's fucking ready to go. He's like, dude, I've been stocking up racist shit in my head for a whole 3 fucking weeks.
I think
bro.
I'm like on a 2 to 3 day average in terms of like racist comments or jokes that at least. I mean, I have days
do you
where
think
that
you're
fluctuates.
actually racist?
In some sense, potentially. I think.
Whoa,
all of my racism.
Whoa.
Let me put it this way.
What's your
for
least
comedic
favorite?
purposes? For comedic purposes, I feel like I am able to pick out certain aspects of characteristics of race and culture and whatever, and I poke fun and make fun of people for that, but I don't think I look down on people. I know I don't look down on people for the color of their skin or the culture or whatever. I mean, I do judge people, by whatever. But yeah, I mean, sure. I think there are certain characteristics that like majorities of cultures and populations.
Yeah,
can
there's
be
definitely
attributed to.
shitty things about every race.
Exactly.
And it's more fun if we make fun of those things rather than just, I mean, at least we're not the guys that are like, yeah, dude, this is what black people always do. Like, I notice black people often don't fucking tip, right? And I think it's like way better to make a joke out of that than to fucking, but it's like, yeah, it's all niggas in here. They ain't tipping shit. What the fuck are you talking about? You told them it was $20 for a burger and fries, and they flipped rocks.
I did think that was hilarious in your Facebook post where you're talking about the tip. And
No, see, I wasn't,
Lex, of
I wasn't
course.
gonna bring it up just because like I've talked about that topic on here, but like that bitch, then she came in here and I remember like a couple months ago too. She was like posting about how some dude she thought stole her snake, probably some dude she was fucking with, and fucking she couldn't find her snake, and she was like super sad about it. And I almost said like, "Don't you have a fucking snake to find?" Like, I almost fucking said that to her because I'm pretty sure she never found him. But that's pretty brutal. And then I was thinking that because she fucking pissed me off, bro. She's instantly going to ask this dumbass question. Are you in the service industry? It doesn't fucking matter whether you're in the service industry or not. All right? Whether you can like it or dislike it. The thing is, you know for a fact that some people don't tip and some people are never going to tip. They don't care. The establishment that you chose to work for pays you the wage that you agreed upon.
Yeah.
And the company also doesn't require that they tip. So, what do you want?
Yeah. I mean, look, there are, like any, framework for a business model, like, the business landscape, right? Like, there's competition. There's businesses that are, going to cater to a higher class that are, have more value, right? And then there's going to be a lower class. There's Whole Foods and Aldi, right? There's always going to be a difference. The same in restaurants. Like, there are restaurants out there. My ex-wife worked at them. Like, that it was guaranteed.
You talk about her a lot.
Go fuck yourself. She would, make she would make anywhere from $50 to $200 in tips every night, guaranteed. Like that, it was just
that was just that's what, like 10 years ago, a little less than that.
A little less than 10 years ago. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, so 7 years ago, $200 a night is way fucking more than it is now.
Yeah,
$200 a night now is like what is that, like an 8-hour shift?
Not even. That's the thing, dude. She only worked like 5-hour shifts, and she did that.
Right. 200 on a 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there is a market. There is like ways to like maneuver that and make money in that. Like people do it. It takes a lot of work. It's not easy. Like you do have to find the right place. You do have to make the right connections. You do have to put your years into the industry to showcase, hey, I've been doing this for 10, 20 years. I've worked at this place. I know my shit. Yeah. And then when you do more and more of that, ideally you move up. Some people do, some people don't. That's just how it works. Survival of the fittest, like there's always gonna be that. So, I mean, my advice and what I say to those people is like, if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Yeah, go get
find a new job. Or if you don't,
well, I've been in the service industry for this many years and you're still bitching.
And look, I'm not even saying you can't bitch. Fine, go bitch, but you're just an asshole then.
Yeah,
like you're just sitting there in your own thing.
Broke, telling them to stay their broke ass home. It's like, okay, well now you're just as bad as them. Yeah. Like what if it was like, I mean, sometimes people just want to go out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people have been cooped up in the crib too long. They got shit going on. It's like, look, I'm kind of short on cash, but like, yeah, I want to go and enjoy myself. So fuck it. This time I'm going to go and enjoy myself because I need it. And I just don't have a lot of cash right now. Don't have a lot of money. There you go. I mean, what is going to happen? I had some people the other night that came in. They were there for like an hour. They were doing their activity. We're not going to talk about where I work. But they're doing their activity and shit, and all they got was 1 round of waters. They didn't tip.
Yeah. So, that happens. And then that's when you're like, okay, well, next time they come back, you're not going to get great service.
Dude, I'm so high, I just lost for a second. I said that, and then I just stopped. I looked over here, and I was just like,
you thought about your job, and you're just like, dun, 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 dun.
I mean, maybe. My job's not that bad. I mean, I got multiple jobs, too. I be rocking and rolling, bumping and grinding. Ooh, not that. Wow. That's R. Kelly stuff.
Wow.
and P Diddy.
Yeah. Which one's worse? P Diddy or R Kelly?
Diddy.
Yeah. I think I gotta wait. I guess I see more details.
I think there's more. I think P Diddy had a longer career. He had more people involved. I mean, I don't know. Have you seen much of it? Much of like all the the reporting and like what they found and all that.
No.
See if you can find like a list of what they found, Buster. Because I don't know if I've ever like. I don't know if I've ever actually looked at. I've seen like that there were like 700 plus dildos. I don't know if that's just a meme. I've also heard 1,000 bottles of lube.
Autocorrect brought that up.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah, and he had a bunch of guns and ammo.
I mean,
Fuck it. Fine.
Oh yeah, I remember there was like 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yep.
Freaky ass.
They could just give us I mean, they're still going through all this stuff. Like it was like an Epstein like setup where he had hidden cameras like everywhere in this room. They would have like days long orgies.
Lit. I mean, not with.
No,
if it was consensual, lit.
Well, but this is the thing is I don't think it was.
Yeah,
I think there's like
100% it wasn't.
Yeah, I think there's like some type of like hostage type of charges where he was holding people against his will or their will and making them do stuff. Also, Meek Mill got fucked in the butt. So,
what is that proven?
I don't know. That's why I've heard that a couple different times.
Hey man,
which is sad.
Honestly, I don't know, man. I believe it.
I feel like anybody could, for money or whatever. Like, if you're like, fuck, am I really going to turn down like $25 million?
Well, have you ever? No, not just that though. Have you ever heard of like the fucking record deal shit?
About what?
Like I guess like back in Hollywood and shit. I don't know. Probably still happens, but like there was shit going on where like they'd invite somebody out like. Yo, here's this artist. So let's say their name's just Jay. It's like, yo, Jay, we want you to come out here and you're going to spend a couple nights in LA with us or Hollywood or fucking wherever they're at. And we're going to show you out to a good night, show you what it's like if you were to come and be a part of our label, right? And they get you all fucked up and they end up drugging you. And then they have somebody videotape it while you get fucked in the ass. And then it's like, oh, he don't want to sign the deal. He don't like the deal. He don't want to sign the 360. Hey, show him this tape. Type shit. Like, there's a whole fucking video about it on YouTube.
God damn.
I don't know what we would even search, though, to
so they
get that video to pop up.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, there's, like, a guy that was specifically talking about it. And, I mean, you can kind of just tell by the way he talking about it. First of all, you can tell he's a street nigga. For real. And like the way he's talking about it, he just like it sounds honest. Like it doesn't sound even close to a fucking lie. I've become pretty good at deciphering when I'm seeing videos. You know what I'm saying? These days on the internet, like, okay, I can pretty obviously tell when things are AI, and then other times it's like, excuse me. Other times it's like I can tell that people are acting.
Maybe this one's it.
No.
What about this one?
No. It wasn't even to do specifically with Diddy. So you could like, I don't even know what I would search, bro. I'd make like a long ass fucking search to find it. So we won't even worry about it. But yeah, this guy was talking about it and I was like, bro, that would make a lot of fucking sense, dude.
Yeah. You know, I do think that excuse me. I know I've talked about this before, but I do think there's a lot of positive in this. The fact that we're finding this kind of thing out, that these kind of things out.
Yeah, it has like
it set a precedent, right?
Oh, hey, that actually might be the video.
This one?
Yeah, that one with the 2.6 million 3 years ago.
Here, it's muted, and that's why.
And if anything happens to me after I bring up this subject, you know what it is. There's a theory that a lot of rappers, they get signed, especially nowadays. These labels, they crunch the numbers. They figure out what works, what brings them money, what doesn't. Rappers getting locked up and rappers dying on two of the biggest promotions as far as money makers for labels. Now, I've spoken to a lot of independent artists. Shout out to Source Walker. One of the things that he told me when I said, he said, Jay been trying to sign me. I'm like, yo, why wouldn't you sign? He said, because I don't want a label playing with my life.
Facts. That's real.
That means playing with, because I'm going to expose, that means playing with your butt. You know what I mean? No, listen, I'll be honest, look, because I've been doing music. No, because I feel like we gotta put it out there. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of listen. You edit it out. Listen, you edit it out. No, listen, because I feel like
that's not what he meant, by the way. But go ahead.
No, listen.
Not what he meant,
I'm not saying what he meant. I'm just saying in general because I feel like a lot of people, like, I had like 2 record deals, right? And
they wanted your butt?
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on.
He said, yo.
Damn, let this nigga finish, bro.
Smart.
Yeah, what happened?
You was fucking with G-Unit.
Look, he ain't smoked nothing, bro.
Hold on. You ain't
He
blink.
looks like he just saw a magic trick.
Okay. Sit back.
Like,
Yo, who in G-Unit wanted your butt, bro?
Listen, hold on. Look.
What's his name?
This is black people, right?
Because it's not even funny. I'm keeping it real, right? It's not even funny. Now, I'm not a homosexual. I never did no homosexual shit. Nobody never played with my butt. But what happens is
there should be no butt after that last point. You period that, and then you move on to the next sentence.
Nobody never did yet.
That's it. I mean, but listen, what I'm saying is, they proposition you. They do things indirectly. Like they might send a stylist at you. Right? Listen, they might send a stylist at you.
Wear this.
And the stylist is being all extra tight. Listen, homie, we ain't doing that. Or they might invite you to a party and there's no bitches there. It's a sausage party. Wait, hold on, I'm out. You saying, you know what I mean? So a lot of guys, artists that get into this game, they want to get deals. They get in, they got talent, they got good intentions, and then
have you been to these parties personally? Have you seen them?
You can't get.
That's a Doggy Diamonds question. Shout out Doggy Diamonds.
Right. You can't make it to the real party because somewhere if you're not a homosexual, they got a filtering out process.
Yeah.
So they'll send a stylist. They'll have you out and about because they trying to drug you. So you be in a studio session late at night and they'll see if you a meatball. Yo, bro, here, hit this blunt. You ain't see the blunt get rolled, or yo, bro, take this drink right here. And you like, hold on, bro, listen, homie, I ain't with that. And some dudes that get drunk, like I've been in studios with artists, famous artists, and I seen niggas take a bottle that wasn't theirs and they in the studio all woozy. I mean, I'm out. I don't know what happened to that person after, but that shit didn't, it's like a nigga trying to get a chick drunk because he want to pop. Right? So.
Wait a minute. You even help a nigga? You not wait a minute.
Bro, listen.
Yeah, I think
it's enough.
That nigga there was
but I can't even let this motherfucker finish what he's saying. But this isn't the same video, but this is them discussing like the same topics.
Yeah, no, I mean I think if anything that we've learned over the last year tells us is that is not surprising at all.
Yeah, 100%.
The idea that that people will use sexual images or videos or whatever for blackmail. But I think it just caused for people to be more hyper aware. More hyper aware. And I think this gives more wave to like independent artistry. For people to want to go more the independent route.
Nah, because the niggas that do that and the labels that do that are so big and so famous already. Dude, listen, this is one thing that you can't forget, all right? And I don't care. You're going to think it's funny. You're going to laugh.
Sure.
But it was a Jewish man that brought the popularity of rap to Hollywood.
Yeah.
110%. That's a proven fact. And there's a multitude of fucking famous rappers that are like old rappers like Ice Cube that know that shit, that know that he brought the popularity of rap music. He realized what he could do with these black people, that he could use these black people to make a lot of money, and he could give them a good chunk of change, you know, that the average person would see as a lot of money, you know. And who owns most of the media in America today?
You think Hollywood has the same influence it did 20 years ago?
Not necessarily the same influence, but I do think it is still very powerful because they are so rich.
You think it's as powerful?
I just essentially said
because
no to
they're
that.
rich.
Yes, they're very powerful because they're very rich.
Okay,
you
but
see a rapper that's signed to these labels and now they're worth $30 million. Nigga, how much you think the label worth? Come on, bro.
I understand that, but I think the difference between now and 20 years ago is that
I'm not talking about 20 years ago though.
Okay, but if you're saying that, you're talking about 20, 30 years ago. You're talking about the beginnings of hip hop, how a Jewish man brought hip hop to Hollywood.
Exactly. So a lot of them owned labels.
Exactly.
And probably still partake in these labels.
Okay, so
they also own media. They own a lot. Basically everything about the whole fucking Federal Reserve is fucking Jewish.
Yes. No, I agree, but I think the idea that these institutions are as powerful as they were just is incorrect. I think when you have things like YouTube...
I'm not saying that they're as powerful as they were. I'm saying because especially with things like the P Diddy thing happening, like there's too many things coming to light. There's too much connectivity between people and the internet, so we can backtrack and we can take out details that nobody saw before. So no, but I'm saying I do still think that they are very, very powerful because they have so much fucking money. Yeah. They have so much fucking money and they have their hands into so many things that it's like, yeah, it's still gonna be some time. Like, they still got some time.
It's definitely going to be time. But, I mean, my only point is that I think that there's a better venue for independent artists to, like, do their own thing without having to go to the, through these venues of the record labels or whatever.
It is better.
They don't have to be subjugated to that. Like, that's my only point is that
it is a lot better.
It's better.
Absolutely, but...
No, they're definitely still. I'm not saying that they're not powerful.
Very difficult.
I'm not saying that Hollywood isn't powerful. That's not my point. My point is that I don't think they're as powerful, and I think that is going to change, and it is changing. I think that the populace as a whole is losing faith in Hollywood and corporate media and its institutions. Yeah. I just en masse. I think
that's kind of like the same question though as like you know how they talk about, okay, so yeah, there's these things with police brutality and police killing too many black people and things of this nature, and people will put up the argument like, oh, okay, but do you not think it's better? Like, do you think America's more racist now than it used to be? And it's kind of like, does that matter? Like, yeah, it is better, but that's not the point of, you know what I mean? It's like, it's better, but it's still extremely difficult and going to be for a long time further because these labels have been around for so much time and they make so much money, dude. And a label might go bankrupt. Some big label that's been around for generations might go bankrupt, but then they own 5 more that are in the process of gaining popularity and they're making more and more money every year. You know how things have been monopolized.
I get it. I look. I think it sounds simplistic, but it really just comes down to whether you're a glass half full, half empty type of guy. I think it just like that.
My glass better be full. If that shit half empty, you better fill it up. See, I'm a drinker, so
you would be a half empty type of guy. Is what you're telling me there.
Depend. You can't ask me those questions. I got ADHD, bro. Because I'm like, well, it depends. What's the drink? If it's a beer, that's half empty.
Okay, do you understand what the half...
I understand.
It's not about what's in it, dude. It's about how you...
I know it's not about what's in it. That's why you can't ask me those questions. That's why I said that. Because I'm like, it's too broad of a question for me.
How is is that too broad of a question? If you're half glass empty. Or
So
full?
if I'm gonna do cereal
guy,
and
can you
milk,
say
right? And I'm putting cereal and milk in a bowl. Obviously, that's not a glass. Yes, I understand that. But it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fill that up about halfway. So I'm gonna be like, all right, this is half full. But if that shit came to me full, like I got served a beer and I've been drinking on that bitch, it's like, okay, this motherfucker half empty. So what happened with the glass? Did you just fill that glass up, or have you been drinking out of that glass? So that question's too broad. It leaves out the details, you know? There's no story behind it so that I can have the context to understand whether I can label that half full or half empty. So I'm one of those people.
Dude, I have never in my life encountered such a deep dive on the idea of glass half full, half empty.
How would
That's
you feel?
insane, dude. It's so simple. It's so simple. You have a glass. It's halfway. Let's just call it halfway. It's halfway. Is it halfway full or halfway empty? The point
It's
is
both.
how it's okay. Technically it could be.
It's
yes,
both.
But
So you're telling
point
me that
is
there's only
the
two
point is the
answers?
perspective. The point is the perspective,
And
my
that's
friend.
my perspective, is that it's both.
Nah, man, it's stale.
What's your answer?
I like to think I'm a glass half full type of guy.
I
I cannot
mean-
say that.
Yeah, I would be like, hey, that thing's still half full. If maybe I was starving for a glass of whatever the fuck's in it. So I don't even know what's in the glass.
I
There's just
do-
stuff in the glass.
I do tend to be. There are times where I'm half empty. Like, I don't know. It depends on my mood, for sure.
I guess maybe my issue is I'm thinking liquid too much.
it has nothing to do with the liquid.
Exactly. That's kind of what
Literally-
I'm thinking right
literally
now.
nothing.
So if it was sand,
Dude, it has nothing to do with the object. Buster, am I alone here? Am I alone in this? This is madness. Am I
How is this
wrong?
madness?
Am I fucking?
how would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Could you both accept that you're both right and wrong at the same time?
I am accepting that. He's not accepting that. That's why I said both.
I mean, sure.
How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning?
What was that, Buster?
Do we live in a world of dualities?
Yes. I think time travel is real. I think people from the future have been back here.
What does that mean? Do we live in a world of dualities?
Okay, hold on. Because I also...
So
well,
you're
okay,
only
we can
allowed to
actually
be right
focus
and you're
on
only
that. I'm
allowed
cool
to
with
be
it.
wrong?
Okay,
on
so
that
black and
one
white
thing?
thinking, essentially.
Yes.
You know, I have
The
this.
cup can only be half empty or half full, you know?
I have this. You know, I have this debate.
That sounds like somebody who would like the government. The glass, it's either or, bud.
It's a
Where you
Democrat.
can either vote for Kamala or fucking Trump,
It's
bud.
a Republican glass you got there. It's half
yeah,
full.
yeah. I'm just saying, Coleman, that doesn't sound very
No.
anarchist of you.
No, it's actually extremely anarchist because anarchism
Is it?
is predisposed on morality because that's the way that you conduct yourself. And if there was a society with truly no laws, you would just conduct yourself morally. Like, I wouldn't go around killing people because that's wrong. I wouldn't go around stealing things from people because that's wrong.
That's
and-
way more in depth than what I thought it was about to go. Way more in depth. I gotta piss.
You know, you
All right,
guys,
we'll
you
co-
guys are so worried about whether the glass is half empty or half full. Yeah.
30 seconds.
Here, but let's just keep talking, Buster. What? So, the dualities thing. What's
Why can't we just be happy that there's something in the glass? You know what I mean?
That's fair, but okay. So I have this debate with Molly, my fiance, my new fiance, constantly about black and white thinking. Like, I feel that because I'm actually an anarchist, because I have this idea where I have to, I have a moral code, right? And I truly feel like the only way that we can go through life in a just way is to live by that code and to choose to associate and not associate with people who align with that, right? I just feel like if you don't do that, that's when we have things like pedophilia, when we have these unchecked elites that just go about and do it. I think when people just rely on this thing called the law, that is subject to be changed at any point, that's it.
Gay.
So you gotta live.
What did he say? He said gay. What did you say?
I was.
All right, now repeat everything you said.
Just talking shit.
No, but okay. So can we circle back?
To
How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning?
I don't know. I started having breakfast recently, but I mean I would be fine. I did years without eating
What kind of
breakfast.
diet's he on?
Okay, I feel like you kind of stuck to your roots there.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that answer this question. It's usually dumb girls that they ask this question. But also, I think the question is fucking retarded in itself. Right? It's like that same podcast. I don't even know what it's called. You've probably seen clips of it too, though. It's just one of those ones where these guys that are fairly intelligent guys invite on these girls, and they'll always have like at least one girl that's like a really pretty girl. She's intelligent and she's on their side. And then the rest of them are fucking dumb bitches.
Yeah.
That's the Wyver podcast.
And just for anybody who
Yeah.
watches this, I got coworkers who have been deep diving trying to find my podcast. And it's like, this isn't me talking shit about women, me saying the others are dumb bitches. I'm saying they're women that are fucking stupid. Just like there's men that are fucking stupid. These women are dumb. And the one woman there that's smart, because she got invited there for that specific reason, because she's smart and going to agree with them. But they'll always just ask them that. And, like, so a lot of times they'll get, I did have breakfast this morning, so, like, I don't know how I would feel.
Yeah.
Is essentially what they're saying. And then they always just, like, laugh at them. And it's like, well, that's not the point of the question. It's a hypothetical question of how would you feel. Nigga, that shit is retarded. I've not had breakfast one day and been like, bro, this shit made me grumpy as fuck. Like, I need to have some food because now I'm all pissed off and I'm just feeling really hungry. And then other times I don't have breakfast and I'm fine because maybe I'm like really high carbed and caloried up from the night before. So it's just like, it's like a baseless fucking question.
Yeah.
A baseless hypothetical that just has like no room, and they use it to explain like, and they essentially sit there and be like, well, you got to say one thing or the other.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think those guys are pretty stupid too. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
those clips are entertaining though. I will watch that shit for hours.
I won't watch it for hours, but like
Not
if I see the
hours.
clip, I will watch the clip.
It is
I am
addictive.
curious about what's about to be said. Oh my fucking god! I wish I would have shared this one to the group chat, dude. There's this fucking girl. It starts out this clip, and I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt because she's like, well, I don't, she's like clearly upset, talking about how this guy thinks she's dumb, and she doesn't think she's dumb. She's just smart in her own ways. Like, some people are just smart in certain ways. I'm like, okay, girl, I get what you're saying. So he's like, okay, well, tell me a fact. Just tell me one fact. And I'm like, okay, let's see what she's spitting. And then she fucking says some shit about when the gaslight in your car doesn't actually mean that you're gonna run out of gas. Because she said that she's driven like a bunch of times while the gaslight was on.
You dumb bitch.
And it was like, yeah, the guy was like, it tells you that you're about to run out of gas. It tells you that you're low and need to fill it up soon. And she just couldn't grasp it. I was like, wow, she's actually fucking possibly the dumbest person in existence right now. That was possibly the dumbest thing I ever heard. I tried, though. I tried to give that motherfucker the benefit, but let me down.
There's usually a causation and correlation involved a lot of times when it comes to that industry.
Podcast?
Well, no, like the type of women that they have on that show, they're like almost always OnlyFans chicks.
Yeah, and this chick was really fine, so she probably was on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's like every fine bitch you see out here.
It's weird, man. Do you think there's ever going to be a long-term cause and effect from that?
How do you think
Sus-
they afford to be so strong and independent in such a fucking cost of economical society?
You know, I did
What
see a
was
video.
that? Repeat that, Buster.
How do you think they afford to be so strong and independent in such a high cost in society right now?
Yeah, exactly.
And to be fair, you know,
They have
there's
to do
that,
that.
percentage of women that fucking truly works for their money. Like I work a serving job, and I just fucking. I'm not gonna say it's like. It's work still. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? I believe that all work can be hard work if you work hard, but like it's still not that hard.
Yeah.
I've poured concrete. I've cut down trees. I've worked in factories. It's not that hard, you know? And they're like, I work my ass off. You work your ass off for people's extra money. You do a little song and dance so that they'll throw you extra dollars. It's like I don't fucking care that you're a server and you work your ass off and you don't feel like you're making enough money.
Yeah.
Like I just don't care. As a server, don't care. So
Yeah, look, I don't think like people shouldn't be able to do sex work or like anything like that. But I mean, look, I think I think a lot of people are going to have like a long-term detriment to them if they want to find a good partner, if they want to, really, if they want to have that type of life later. I mean, I think that's going to.
I mean, I think you can
have a big
absolutely
effect.
still find a good partner, but I do think it lessens your options
Yes.
by a very large margin. Although I think farther in the future it'll become less of a problem. Look, I used to have a OnlyFans. Like 10 years from now, it might be like, well, fucking all these bitches have had OnlyFans. Like it doesn't even matter anymore.
So, do you think that people are just going to kind of look it over?
Not completely, because that's a thing in men. That is a thing that has been inside of men for the longest amount of time.
Yeah.
Where more than 90% of men in existence, and it's not to like, not for me at least, it's not to like call them lesser, but there's like a part of me that almost feels like this is like, not to sound corny with it, but like a tainted sanctuary.
No, it's
You know
true.
what I mean? It does kind of make me feel that way. Like I don't really want to.
No, it's a biological like coding that we have.
Yeah.
It was like for making sure that the children do yours, right? Like like if you had a mate that like was, quote unquote run through, right? Like there's going to be questions on how accurate is this child actually mine, right?
That's
so
even
it
more
comes from
detailed
that.
than the way I feel like it too. It's just like I'd put it more simply like there's just something wired in most men's head, like the large majority, that it just like it alters trust.
Yes.
Not that you're
There's something
necessarily unfaithful or not trustworthy. There's just something wired in most of our brains where it's like,
There's something specific about like sex work or putting a video of yourself like that out for the public that is like it's not exactly the same as like having a partner that cheats, but it's in that it makes you feel the same.
yeah.
Right? Like if you I've never had this, but like if you had a partner that had OnlyFans or something, like I can't imagine what it would be like to just be thinking about the amount of guys that are jerking. And I can't think of a single OnlyFans
Or in their DMs.
right?
And like what they might be thinking too. It's
Yeah.
like, man, they have all these options constantly coming at them. It's like
She's seeing dick pics all day.
How many bullets can you dodge before you take one?
Yeah.
That type of shit.
Like, how do you just have the mind frame?
Let's
I don't
put
know.
it less extreme. How many dodgeballs can you dodge before you take one? How many?
Sure.
We'll make it less extreme for you. And I really feel like to ask a man, well, why are you that way? And they're like, is almost like the same sense of like, well, why do you have a period?
Sure, yeah.
Kind
It's human.
It's like, I don't know. It's just something that's in me. Like, it's not something that, men are just going to get over and get past. It's something that's like wired in us. But there is like a societal base of things that will play to the way that like you move in your future life. But
Yeah.
so the doors will open up more. But there's always gonna be men like us. There's always gonna be men like us that are like, I just don't. There's just something about it that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well, I just find that baseline problematic. Like, I don't see that being like a long-term strategy. Like, is this one of two scenarios happening if you're an OnlyFans chick? You're either like, and you're in a relationship, I should say. You're either like having this bombardment of all these guys like showing you their cock, you know, talking you up.
The way you use the word cock and never dick makes me want to flip this table. I'm just like, why is it always
Why does
cock?
it matter? Why does it matter?
Cock is just so
It's
weird,
gay.
dude.
Is cock gay? Is this gay?
I'm not gonna say
cock?
it's gay. I don't think I've ever heard a gay guy say cock.
Really?
Yeah, it's only I've never heard anybody outside of a white guy say cock.
I don't know. It's so weird about saying cock.
I don't know, dude. There's just something about it is just fucking. But no, you're good.
I think it's a you problem.
Oh, no, it's not just me, brother. Trust me, it's not just me. Put it in the comments.
But she's either getting all this bombardment and potentially reacting to it.
They have to a lot of times, though, too.
Which is problematic for a relationship, or in some cases even worse, they're not reacting to it, which almost means like if they associate their sexuality with their work, like to the point where it's just work, that's not good for a relationship either. Because then you have the guy, or even if it's vice, like not even like as a guy, just as a human, like if you're getting shut out that way, that's gonna have consequences. Like you're not gonna be able to keep up with that, right? Like you're gonna get pent up. You're gonna have to unleash yourself sexually, and that's gonna be problematic for a relationship. You know, like that. You need that in a relationship. You need that sexual synchronicity. You know,
Absolutely,
and being
100%. I hate it when fucking people talk about like that. That like falls right into the same form of like physicality doesn't matter. Like it's all about what's on the inside, not the outside. No, not at all. Like when somebody is searching for a partner, all of that matters. It all fucking matters. You know?
Definitely. I think there are people that, you know, will put more value and stock into certain aspects. But like if there's a certain aspect about somebody that like is just completely like off the table for you, like I can't do this, like it's not gonna work.
The worst part about us, though, and what women fucking hate about us, like that form and like the way we've discussed it and explained it, like a lot of women would come to understand that. But we love sluts, dude. and that's another thing that it's like you can't. I mean, like almost any guy out there, like I said, again, the vast majority is like, man, we love a woman that had just come up and be like, I'm trying to suck your shit up right now. You know what I mean? Like, we love that shit. And why? I don't know. Because I'm a dude. Maybe that's why. I don't fucking know. I can't tell you. It doesn't have anything to do with fucking any issues. It's just like, damn, dude, I didn't even do nothing. And like, I'm going to get this. All right. This sounds exciting.
So let me just ask you this. Is it like the action, like the actual sexual act, or is it like the variety for you when you talk about like sluts, like that, like you like sluts, like because I like them too.
It's because sluts to me are like girls that it's like, not that I'm necessarily like trying to mean like, oh, it's negative if you're kind of a slut.
No. I'm not even meaning.
But it's like you know what I'm saying? Like you ever just been at a party?
It's a sexual. It's like a sexual.
A girl's like,
type,
yo, I'm trying to fuck you, like right now.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of times very difficult. Like especially if you find that person attractive, it's very difficult to be like, no.
Sure.
No, I don't want to. Like if a girl just sends you tit pics and ass pics, it's very hard to not be like, oh fuck, like I'm gonna look at these. Like I especially out of nowhere and like you didn't ask or anything, not having conversation, and it just hits the phone. You open Snapchat and it's just like, oh shit, I'm getting tit pics right now. It's like, yeah, I like this. Like I don't know.
But is the reason you like it because you're getting it, or is it because like the idea of like you're getting it, like I can get it from this person one week and then this person the next week? Because like I guess my question
Well, it
is like
doesn't
because
really
like
matter to me if it's the same person or a different person.
okay. So like you could be in a
As
relationship.
long as I like what I'm seeing.
Sure. So you could be in a relationship where it's like that, where it's this motherfucker. No, he's not allowed. He's not allowed to speak.
I invited him to come on today.
Oh, did you? Oh, today?
Yep. Invited him to come on.
Well, he's too late.
Because we're going to go golf after this. And
yeah.
he wanted to come with. And I was like, well, it'd be easier if you come to the pod with me and just get on.
Yeah.
But he's like,
I'm kidding.
I don't know
would
what
have
I would
fun.
talk about. And I'm like, I mean, I think we could find something to talk about with you, bud.
Yeah.
Imagine having Pedro on here and all the questions and topics it could bring up. We just talked about him earlier before the pod started.
No, I know we can ask him all this gay ass phrase that you used.
And not just
what
about
did
the
you
gay
mean
stuff.
by
We can
this?
ask him why he's so aggressive. You know,
We
one
should
time
start with the gay stuff.
when I got banned from lefties that night, because me and the fucking, I was like beefing hard with the doorman after all the other shit happened, and like, cause that he like put me in like a full Nelson, the doorman did, and was like trying to take me down to the ground, and I was not letting him. It was the weakest fucking. It's like, dog, like this is so weak right now. You'd have no shot. Like, I could slip out of this in an instant and fucking full-on punch you in your face, hit a fucking blast double to you, and I'd have you in a fucking rear naked choke within fucking seconds. Like, it was that fucking weak, I'm telling you. And that, like, I eventually, like, laid myself down. I ended up putting my arm like this while he's still up under it and, like, laying myself down onto the ground to show him that I'm not fighting the fucking door guy. And then he's, like, trying to rank on my fucking leg and shit and put me in a weak-ass ankle lock. And so, like, just like, because I had just had a fucking gun pulled on me and didn't have my piece on me, which is honestly, I'm blessed for that situation. Because I almost brought my piece with me that night. But something in me just decided not to. Like, I'm cool. I don't need this right now. And, like, I was like a God got me type of situation. But then when we're outside and Pedro was supposed to be backing me up, he came out there to quote unquote back me up. And ended up punching me like fucking 6-8 times in my fucking face and head. I just fucking walked right at him. Blythe came to stop him. He's like, Pedro, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, leave him alone, dude. He's a bitch. He hits like a bitch. Yeah. I can take a fucking punch, dude. I can take a fucking... I can take a punch way better than I can even dish one out.
Yeah.
Like a punch that would knock some other motherfuckers out. I've eaten them before. Just eating them. And I'm not saying I'm like a one shot, I'm going to knock this guy out type of dude. But I mean, it depends. Just depends on the person, depends on the chin. Because there's been some guys before I've hit them with a 1-2 and they wobble. A 1-2 and it's like, ooh. But then there's other guys that I've hit like 8 times and I lost. Because they was like, yeah, they didn't, you know what I mean? So...
Yeah, I haven't been hit in a while. I don't fight. So.
You ready?
No.
No?
No, I don't believe in violence, Lolo.
Dude,
you know
I
this.
don't believe in violence.
Yeah.
So what happens, what do? You personally,
Yeah.
all right? Just an extreme scenario.
Yeah.
Fucking some foreign troops just landed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they hit fucking New York. They hit Miami.
Yes.
They hit fucking wherever's on the coast of North Carolina. I'm talking like they're fucking just coming in hot and heavy. Maybe even it's Canada or something like that. And then they're fucking deep in this bitch.
In the house. That's
In the country. In the country. And it's like Des Moines on lockdown. It's like they're calling all able-bodied men to fight type shit.
Okay. I'm not gonna go fight if that's what you're asking.
Why?
Oh God, Buster, let him fucking know why.
Because it's not my problem. It is your
problem.
I'm talking about
It's-
these people
it's-
are attacking this country. There's
It's
boots
not-
on the
it's
ground,
not a
and they're
problem.
coming to kill all of us.
In your house.
when
This is the assumption we're making.
when it's in my house, it's a problem. Until then, it's not. It's not a problem.
You're gonna wait till they're in your house.
Yeah, because there's gonna
That's
be
that's
like
the best
50
I can do.
No, that's not. This guy, this like me all the. This guy's like, I'm an anarchist. I don't believe in government. RFK for president. That's government. President's government.
Bro.
Sorry to break it to you. Sorry to break it. Are you voting for president?
No, I'm not voting.
Okay, good.
I agree.
RFK's a weenie. Well, I'll tell you, Steve.
I think I became an anarchist after I lost my support for RFK, actually.
Why'd you lose your support?
Israel, mostly.
Oh,
Stance
yeah.
on Israel.
Yeah, fuck them Israelis, dude, honestly.
Well, I mean, it just showed that he's no different than any other guy that's going to be in there, right? Like, I mean, we've seen it in our lifetimes, from Bernie to whoever, right? Like,
Don't fucking sit here and talk shit about Bernie, dude.
Okay, but
Bernie is the one person I can think of that has,
but he didn't do anything. That's my point. Is like all these people come along and they say they're gonna like do shit, and then they don't. And then like when they do get into a position of power, they just do all the same shit.
Well, in the House and Senate are fucking mostly Republican.
I mean,
There's
Bernie
going
Sanders
to be
did
a lot of things. Like, that's one thing I hate about something that people say about the Biden administration, how they've gotten nothing done. And I'm not even going to say, even if they got those things done, they were going to be good. I'm not going to say that. But I'm like, yeah. I mean, you have a fucking Democratic Party trying to bring things to the table when the House and Senate is mostly run by Republican. I mean, they would make it split even every time. And it would be like let's say it's 100 people. It'd be 50 fucking Republicans, 50 fucking Democrats. If they really wanted to make things even, fair argued, you know what I mean? Because then in that case, it just takes one Republican. If all the Democrats did it, then it just takes one Republican. But instead, it's in this position where it's like, and then now after this next election cycle, it could be Democrats that run it. And you get what I'm saying? Yeah,
but I mean, they're all in the same club. Like they're all gonna do each other favors, and they're all gonna have backdoor dealings, and like it's all a show.
Yeah.
Just like
see, when you don't just give me $1 million, that's the routes that they take too, that a lot of people don't understand. It's not like they just gave me $1 million to do this. It's that I've already invested deeply in this company that I fucking deeply invested in this company that makes glass bottles for product to go inside of. Yep. And then this person that owns Coors wants to fucking really have this bill passed because they need it for this, that, and the third. And they're going to, over the next 3 to 5 years, be only using glass bottles produced out of your factories. That type of shit. These things don't just happen, boom. It's not, I just gave you $1 million and it hit the bank account. It's over time that these things happen. And these are investments that they make. And a lot of people don't understand the word investment. They think about day trading fucking crypto stocks where you can get Dogecoin and 3 months later you fucking 3 times your money off of it. It's not that way. It's not always that quick for them. It is very extensive. It's very well thought out, and they cover their fucking tracks. They don't leave a bunch of fucking mud tracks behind them. And maybe they do at times, but nobody would ever look at those tracks and think twice about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, if you have the media apparatus at your disposal as well, like if you're in a position of government and you're able to control the market in your favor, and you also have the media establishment. Yeah, like you're golden, man. Like these people that are in government right now, they're able to do this. Like they're fucking killing it. Like I do think it's going to end at some point. But until then, it's going to be rough.
Dude, I know that we're getting to our time, so this is something that I did not realize. Can you go to Google real quick and search up map of U.S. acres? USA acres, I guess, just to make sure it gets the right answers. Owned by Canada. No, for real. This was an issue for me. Oh, okay, look, it corrected it to that anyways. All right. Listen.
Holy shit.
Wait, what are you reading?
According to this is the AI, but according to globalaffairs.org, Canada owns 31% of the land of the United States, while other countries own the remaining 28%. Jesus.
Oh, God. Look at the map. Go to images.
Which I mean,
look at that blue map right there, that first picture. This is, all the other ones are China, which is also a fucking huge issue.
Yeah.
And then Canada. Canada owns this much fucking acreage. Canada owns California, dog. Why? Not that I don't like Canada, not that I have an issue with Canada.
Oh, I do.
This is something that I never actually knew. Why do you have an issue with Canada? What the fuck they do to us?
They're socialist cunts. Their healthcare is awful.
Who cares?
The
You don't
governor's
live
awful.
there.
During COVID, they were just so many people just were their livelihoods and were ruined.
You don't live there? They
Yeah,
ain't
but
attacking us.
Sure, but I mean, I don't like Taiwan for like the fact that you can go fuck kids either. Like I'm not gonna do anything about it, but I still don't like it.
I mean, yeah, but fuck that. I that's not that I have the thing I'm making a point of is
Sure.
I don't give a fuck what Canada does. Canada can do whatever. They cool with us. They've helped us. We've helped them. That's fine with me. Why the fuck do they own so much of our land though?
Yeah, no,
That's a huge issue.
I agree.
That is a huge problem. Why the fuck is China allowed to buy land in the U.S.? How much land do we... let's look that up. How much fucking land do we own in China?
So, and let me... Okay, so this is something I want to figure out. Is it is it the countries themselves... Or is it companies that are based out of these countries that own? Because if it's
regardless,
I mean, if
that's
it's,
a lot. Did you see that fucking map? Did you look at it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, if it's all being sold in a way,
What do you mean? Look at the right side. That's like 50% of our entire fucking country, Coleman.
Yeah, no,
50% of our country should be owned. Of the land in our country should be owned by Canadian companies. You don't even like Canada, brother.
Well, I don't care about the company. I mean, if the company is there and people are still able to make money and exchange and everybody benefits, I don't really care about that. I care more if it's like the fucking... What is this?
Hello?
Are you still on the podcast?
Yep. We're about to end it.
Coleman, he's a bitch.
You're a cunt.
Dude, tell Coleman it's weird that he says cock so much.
Yeah, bro. You know what? Never mind.
Hey, Blythe,
He
you're
be
not...
saying cock too, actually.
Hey, Blythe, you're not black. How about you shave your fucking head and get rid of those fucking dreads? You fucking white boy.
You fuck, dude. I used to. He doesn't ever react to it anymore. But I used to be like, "You fucking culture vulture," and he'd be like, "Dude, I'm not a fucking culture vulture."
But I am thinking about starting up rap too, so.
Hey, feature me on the mixtape, man. I'll bring the Cretan back.
He's like, probably not.
Nobody wants that.
Hey, are you out there though?
No, Pedro just called me. I can head out there.
All right. Yeah, if you head out there, then I'll be heading out there pretty soon.
Sounds good.
All right. Peace out. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
See you in a bit.
All right. He said, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, before we get off of here, I want to see how much land the U.S. owns in China. I bet that map of how much Canada owns of the U.S., though, is what it looks like the U.S. to Mexico. Wow. I guess look up, like, does the U.S. own any land in China? Dies.
We're dying in China. A lot of Chinese people are probably dying.
No. That's part of the issue.
Damn.
383,000, basically 384,000 acres of land.
Which is less than 1% of all foreign held land.
Which is true, but also 1% of all foreign land, though.
No, we look, I mean, we definitely have a lot of foreign intervention, sometimes for the best, sometimes for the worst.
Owning land, I can see it. A little bit of land, especially, you know, Canadian or Chinese company wants to work around here. I get it.
Yeah.
But
Because like U.S. citizens,
that's a lot.
Like U.S. citizens like benefit from that. It's not like they're coming in like U.S. citizens are just like, you know, going poor and dying, right? Like, I'm sure that happens sometimes to some extent, but like for the most part, like if it's a company that's flourishing, has a job, like they need people to work there, right? Like it's not like they're just gonna bust a bunch of people from Canada and like have them work there, right? Like they're gonna need the citizens to come work for that company.
Absolutely,
and then they're
100%.
gonna also benefit from that.
And that's why I can see like some benefit, but I'm like, that's a lot, dude.
Sure.
That's a lot. And if like they're just allowed to continue to buy more, it's like if Canada right now decides they have enough money and they want to keep investing in American land, how long before it's like not even America?
Yeah, I mean, look, well, yeah.
I mean, like there just at that point there has to come a stage where it's like, oh, well, I guess like, you know, I guess maybe it's essentially more along the lines of like a very long-term leasing.
Sure.
But yeah, it throws me off for sure. There's definitely a large negative that could come out of it. I think it would make more sense for American land to be owned by Americans. Maybe if we owned some more of that land, wouldn't need as many apartment buildings and we could build some more houses.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think there's a lot. I don't know if that has anything to do with land owned in China, the fact they're in apartments.
Wait, what?
Like the fact that like land is owned by China or Canada, I don't think that has anything to do with us living in apartments.
Nigga, we got a lot.
No, we do have, but I don't
We
think,
got a lot of
but
land.
there's no we have land, but the reason we're living in apartments is because of just general like poverty and.
I'm not talking about the price range, Coleman. I'm talking about the fact that zoning, because everything's so stuffed into small places.
Oh, sure.
It's like talking about like how much acreage they own. 383,000 acres. How many houses could we build on that for American citizens and put up some American fucking companies that American citizens can work at?
Yeah.
And then own those houses.
Yeah, no, and that's not bad either. Like I think both are fine as long as people are
Vote red. Vote for Trump. Vote for Trump. Trump 2024. Let's do it. Trump, brother. Get him in there. Trump.
or just stay home and smoke a joint like me.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck who you vote for. I don't give a fuck if you vote for Trump or that one lady, but that's a problem. And I gotta piss again. So I think this is a good time to tell these fuckwads
Adios, cunts.
we're out of here. Peace out.
Yeah.
We're back. We're back in action. Full swing.
Yeah. Dumb cunts.